Hello, welcome to a little tutorial based around the new radar system I developed. So it should be available on the marketplace in the coming future. I will put a link in the description if you are interested, and I look forward to having some form of feedback from you. It'd be really useful. Now I've made this as simple as possible to set up. And I'm just going to go through the bare bones right now. So inside your content folder, this is what you will receive. You'll receive a simple folder called radar, and one of the key aspects is of course the radar table. So we can just grab that out and we can scale that up a little bit. Now if I press play, you'll see it has displayed the terrain. It has this little widget that goes through the middle, and then it's got a load of other meshes and stuff around it. Now it's got filters, there's nothing in there at the moment. So what we're going to do first is go into the example content, and we're going to go into the example actor. Now you can do this with your own actors, but all you need to do is add a child actor and then simply child actor class, put that as radar receiver. This stops the system from scanning everything, and instead it only scans looking for receivers. And then you can assign your sprite marker. I have added a couple of just default ones so you can get this working on your end. So I've got a skull and a shark and that, but I will show you how to add those a bit later. So we've got the markers add, and that's all you need to do. There's nothing else to the actor itself. So you can add this to your own actors, no problem. Now, inside this example, this is where I've got the sprites and images. Now, what you can do is, if you've got an image, right-click, sprite actions, create sprite. That's the bare bones of it, and that will create the sprite. That will become useful in a second. So, inside the widgets and data, you've got two parts that you need to look at. So, we've got marker data. Now, as you can see, this is where we add the map icon and the in-game image. Now the map icon is a sprite and the in-game image is a texture 2D. So inside here we can add let's say a fence and a image, and then we're going to add a jaws. Let's add jaws. There we go. That'll come into play in a sec. So that's that part. Now if we go back into here and go into the UI filter data, this is what adds filters to your map. So if I go add here, you can have one display name. So I'm going to call this dungeon. No, let's call this example, because I have an example blueprint. Add example actor even, and then add the example actor. There we go. So now I have it, so it's the example actor. But what you can do is, if I go add and I go building, I can add as many of the buildings as I like. So let's say I've got a floor or a roof and etc. Don't add parents, so you would want to add the child components unless you've only got parents. So for instance, the example one only has a parent actor. So I'll leave this one on. It won't do anything, but it will display. And that's all you need to do for adding filters, and that's what you need to do for adding a marker. So that's the very bare bones of it. Now I should state, once you place this into the world, you look in the details panel and it will ask for your player class, and this is where you need to assign your character. So by default this is set to the third person character. If you're using the third person character, perfect. If not, then you would simply just click on whatever character you are using. And we're looking for the blueprint class. Sorry, I got a bit cold, so bear with me. I do have a work in progress section if you want to use it. It's not ready yet, but it does have the ability to scale up and down the map, both larger and smaller. There is one drawback, is that you cannot scale the map. The map itself you cannot scale up and down if this is changed. So I would suggest leaving it at 1 for now. Okay, So we've got this situated. What I'm going to do is just add a couple of these in. So this is my examples. And if we press play now and we go in, you'll see that on the map here, it can be a bit hard to see. In the bottom corner, you'll see that we've got these two cubes, and they've got like a little icon underneath them, which is a little dungeon icon. And you can see on here as well, we also have filters. We've got our example filter and our building filter, and we use the little scroll bar by left click to move it left and right. Now, you won't be able to do that by default, so we'll set that up now. Simply go into your character, and I've added a nifty little thing for you. So let's just do the fast way. So what I've done is I've added a HoloMap component. You can simply just add HoloMap component. You will also need a widget interaction, so add widget interaction. And all you need to do with the widget interaction, I would suggest, would be interaction source, put that at the center screen. Interaction distance, now I found that about 2000 works quite well for the third person character, and I put show debug on, just so it gives a visual representation of where we are clicking. So, inside the HoloMap component, which we could just drag and drop into the scene, I've added a few extra nodes. So we've got the widget input, we have the place marker, radar movement, scale. So they're the only ones that you're going to need. So what I've done here is I've added the left mouse button to, if you hold it down, it will interact with the map and make it move. So simply, if I give an example, drag this out, do widget input. There we go. And then we'll connect that into depressed. Put this into the key. Add your widget interaction component, like so, and we want to check whether that's pressed. And then you want to copy that and untick to say that it's not pressed. With this, you pull out and do place marker, and you can use whatever button you like, as long as it's not the same as the left mouse button. And you can add your own marker. Now let's do wheel. So we got two options here. We can do axis, mouse wheel axis, and all you need to do is put the axis input and add that to the component, and that will allow you to scale the map in and out using the forward backward wheel movement. But you do have another option, which is to use keys. This will require you to have a player controller, get player controller. You also need to do, so for instance, if I press X to scale, Z to scale up. Let's do this for instance. If I put that into pressed, I need to make sure that I've done press that to scale up, input U, and of course add that to the HoloMap component. I'm not going to be using that, so we don't really need to worry about it. Now we have two options for the actual line trace. If you've already got a line trace set up, you can use the radar table movement. The other option is a radar table movement with line trace. That will set up the line trace all for you. So with this, you simply put in the hit actor, hit component, and the impact point. And likewise with this, all you need to do is add your camera, so whatever camera you're using, and then add a length. So 2000 works quite well. If I hit compile save, I've not done much with it, but you now have a map that allows you to scroll in and out to make it bigger and smaller, allows you to move using the red, see the red dot in the middle? That is your rotation point. So if you aim past it, it will move away. If you move closer to you, it will move closer. Now it makes it better when you have crosshair. You see that now we have filters, which if we click on the filter, we see that we only have those actors that we specified. So in that data, we specified a certain actor, and this now has those two actors only. Now, if we add buildings as well, you see it won't click on because we have no actors in it. If we remove that, it will just display everything. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you get to use it. I should state as well, one of the best features and one of the coolest parts is if I go to landscape, and let's just grab a sculpt brush, let's downsize it a little bit because that's a bit big. Let's go just outside here, and I go, I got a big mountain here, somehow. You see that it actually displayed a representation of that mountain on the map itself. That updates in real time. So, only updates when you're close to it, and that's just to save a bit of memory. I hope you enjoy. I look forward to hearing back from you, and you take care. Thank you. Bye.